Hi, my name is Luis Gomez. My partners are Hayden Rin and Katya Chang, and I'm presenting the assignment 8, where we do Uart Communications and then drive a DAC output. So just to show up the hardware, I've got the 82 hooked up as an oscilloscope to the Dev Launch Kit board. We have the DAC IC sitting right here. And of course the output of that is wired to the oscilloscope. And right here I've got real term, which I'm using for both RX and TX Uart Communications. And over here on the right side, I've got this waveform app displaying the current output from the DAC. And we're gonna go ahead and start. So we've got my code running on the board already, and I'm set up real term so that I can type in numbers. And so what I'm doing is that I'm gonna go ahead and send, let's just send number 0 to terminal. And if we look very closely, there's a 0 that's been sent to the device, but the device also sends this value back to terminal so we can see what we just put in. And we already saw that the current output is 0, so that's not very interesting, but I just wanted to show that both TX and RX works. So let's go ahead and send something else, something a little bigger. Of course, our limits for the DAC input is some value between 0 and FFF in hex. So let's just put in FF for now. You can see there, I typed in FF. I'm gonna go ahead and send that as hex. If you can see right there, we have 255, which is the value of that number. And my code actually has a function that will take a unsigned integer and turn that into a string and slowly feed it through UART. And so you can see already the DAC is jumped up from 0 volts to somewhere in the ballpark of about 0.7 volts. And again, if I send 0, we see we have 0 again, and voila, we've got 0 output on the DAC. And if I play around with some value between FF and 0, I can just put in, like, say, AA. That number is 170. And so we now see that our DAC output is closer to 0.5 volts, whereas before it was at around 0.7 volts. And go back and reset it. So again, back to 0. You can see all the feed from the previous entries, and our new lines are part of the function. I use the ANSI escape characters to feed, to move the cursor to the next line. And again, back to 0 output. And so there you have it. That's assignment 8, Uart Communications.